comics are calling out the Austin comedy scene.
There's something about the place that I'm just not...
The place, you mean Austin?
Yeah, the mothership Austin, that's all one.
You just mean, so you're talking about just this whole concept of Austin comedy?
Yeah, Austin comedy.
I believe rich comedians flocked to Texas to smurf with their comedy because they take advantage of the no state income tax. They have the inbuilt based audience, and it's just a win-win.
I didn't like the vibe at the mothership. I got in trouble for being in the green room, apparently.
Oh, you did?
I got a security guard took me into the green room.
Took you right out.
And I was like, hello. And then apparently after I wasn't invited in. So apparently Joe was mad at me. It's the other comedians.
Mm-hmm.
I love talking shit about stand-up comedy, despite not really watching stand-up comedy. I feel like it's just evolved into podcasting and a bunch of petty drama.
You don't like it?
It's very F-word. It's that. Women are stupid, women are unfunny, women are...
Austin's comedy scene is now going through a PR nightmare. It's had its fair share of critique over the last few years, but these days, man, it feels like when Austin comedy is mentioned, it's not in a good light. And I'm not just referring to Elephant Graveyard and Mark Maron, who have helped shine a light on everything wrong with this new scene, but we're now seeing more open critique from within the industry.
Now that it's cool and okay to be based, being truly based is actually being woke. Think about that. It's the horseshoe theory. All these comedians were like, yeah, we can say gay and retarded now. And now there's a bunch of people that are like, that's just lowbrow humor. So they're looking for that next thing. So now they're calling out the very thing that they wanted for so long.
Even just recently, Stavros had comic Jordan Jensen on his podcast, and after she said a trans slur multiple times and then kept trying to make a point about trans people, which she was doing for a bit, still Stavros used Austin as a verb to criticize her.
You have gotten like Austin trans brain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it really is at the top of your head.
No, because
You immediately brought it up as soon as the podcast started.
No, because...
This is the first time I've heard the term Austin trans brain, but I somehow knew exactly what he was referring to. The biggest reason for Austin's increasingly negative image is the opinion that there's this...
Explain or example tard. What? I've never seen those two words put together before.
This encouragement for comedians to have material that most would consider hack.
Who the fuck is this lard ass, and why do I see him everywhere? That's Stavros Halkias. He was part of Cumtown, which was a rather funny podcast a couple years ago with Nick Mullen, Adam Friedland, who now has his own show, and Stavros Halkias. Problem is, everyone tried to do the Cumtown style comedy, which is really just shit posting into a microphone for a couple hours. And they became millionaires off of it, realized that their podcast was pretty stupid, and now they're all searching for meaning, while still farming sponsorships on their own individual podcasts and practicing stand-up comedy.
You know, in one room, someone's doing their bit about trans people, and then I get down the hall and there's someone on stage going, well, I get...
Didn't he completely annihilate Hassan and call him like Peter Pan or something? Yeah, he did. He's a leftist, self-described. He's friends with Hassan, but he did call him out for dressing like a performative male who's afraid of aging, which he is.
I got to do my bit about trans people. Like, no, you don't. You don't. It's hack now.
Even though he's talking about his experience at the Comedy Store in LA, what he's describing seems to be the trend in Austin, that instead of comics focusing on good material, they instead make it a priority to be more edgy. And we actually have some inside knowledge backing up this claim. Bobby Lee called this out a few weeks ago when he had Ari Matty on Tiger Belly. He's based in Austin. He came up through Kill Tony, so he's very much a part of that scene.
I want you, like if I meet you, you know when like you're hanging out with another comedian, he says the N-word around you for the first time?
Yeah.
I like that. That's a little trust that I'm in the circle.
Here we go. Let's talk about this real quick, okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm not with that. You guys are not in Austin.
What do you mean?
Well, let's be real. I don't like some of the words you guys use freely.
Like what?
It's like edgelord shit. It's like
not all of it.
I know, but it's becoming so hacky to me that 100%. People, you guys use these words just for the
Oh no, I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm scared of words. So soy.
factor.
100%.
It's like, I'm not into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so pulling out your fucking penis on stage is supposed to be funny? I can't with these actual cringe lords, dude. Oh my lord.
And I agree with that.
I think the R word
Retarded.
sometimes.
Some might say Bobby Lee's a hypocrite 'cause
All these people are fucking lol cows, and all they do is gatekeep and pull the ladder up behind them. They're snakes in the grass.
maybe he's used some of those words in the past, but I would imagine the intention was to be funny as opposed to scoring social points.
Comedy movies are back.
True.
In a big way.
Pendulums.
And I actually think it's because of the Shane Gillis effect. Everyone saw that he was like this frat bro, safe, funny, edgy guy that a lot of guys were desperate for that style of humor in the past 4 years. And he comes in while being talented and kind of paves this new age of comedy. And now everyone's trying their hand at it. And some are worse than others. But it's created this culture that is probably fostered in the Austin scene because they're Joe Rogan adjacent. So there's probably that political edginess to it. And now everyone else is like, that's lame.
Swung.
Pendulum swung.
Pendulum's fully swung.
Maybe too far. Head down to the mothership, you go, oop.
Yeah.
Pendulum's maybe swung a little too far. Not everyone has to say it.
True.
Every single set.
The thing that Shane isn't considering here is that how else would Rogan know if a comic is anti-woke if they don't say the R word at least once during their set? Pat Dean, who manages the Valve Comedy Club in Austin, started a thread on Reddit so people could ask him what it's really like down there. And although he said that Austin has a wide variety of talented comedians, he mentioned that there's a prevalence of transphobic material or those who like to say the R word excessively, and that some comics
Oh my God. Oh.
feel like it's required. This is the kind of thing Mark Maron was talking about, comics actively trying to be edgy or offensive because they think it will help their careers, but in return they end up having material that feels unoriginal or just consists of low-hanging fruit. Another comic, Steph Tolev, gave her experience
The R word. I thought we defeated this like 3 years ago. Austin was probably all right before all these woke leftists from Cali fled there.
when she performed at the mothership, and it seems to fall right in line with the stereotype that Austin comedy now has.
Have you done the mothership?
I have.
You have? You like it? You enjoy it down there? Did you do Kill Tony?
No.
No. You didn't like it down there?
You see the adjusting of the sock?
You can be candid. Who cares?
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like the vibe at the mothership. I got in
Didn't
trouble
suit
for
you?
being in the green room, apparently.
Oh, you did?
I got a security guard took me into the green room,
Took you right out.
and I was like, hello. And then apparently after I wasn't invited in, so apparently
All the leftists also made Austin super gay and expensive to live in.
Joe was mad at me
That you were there.
that I was in the green room.
But he knows who you are. You've met
No, he
before?
doesn't.
Oh,
I
you
met
never
him that day. I got up. I go, hello, how are you? Great club. And then apparently I was
Why are we policing comedy? Like what? These people are soft.
posted the next day.
Wow. What
But
do you,
I
what do you
didn't.
think
I
it
don't like
was?
the vibe there. I don't know. I mean, also I'm like he could have just been like, get the fuck out of it. And like your club.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
club, your
that's
rules.
right. Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It was the vibe of the. I did it again.
Are there even more jokes to tell? Haven't we played this long enough? I think we ran out of jokes. I think it's time to get serious.
Last year, it's the other comedians.
I think we need to go back to court jesters. Dance. Clown.
You don't like it?
It's very F word, retard. It's that women are stupid, women are unfunny, women are.
I haven't
dumb.
disagreed with one thing you've said so far.
It was very misogynistic and homophobic, and I didn't like the vibe.
Yeah. It's,
It was
it's-
not all. I will say all the door guys were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And the club itself is set up. It's fucking incredible.
It is. It's a good club.
I'm like Jesus Christ. Mitzi's the fucking bar, only having comics in there after. Like the whole that vibe was great.
Yeah.
But when I was in the room watching these comics, and the problem is I fucking killed. I fucking destroyed. And I was like, and I felt so comfortable on stage. I was like doing crowd work. I'm like, oh, this could be cool. But I'm like, that I have to listen to comics make fun of another gay comic for 15 minutes. Justin Martindale fucking murdered, and then
Yeah.
a comic went up after him and just said, he's pretty much he's a piece of shit in 15 minutes. I was like, this is bizarre behavior.
Made fun of the previous. Made fun of him.
After he murdered.
So I guess Steph may have spoken up about a comic who was shitting on another comic for being gay, and this ended with her being ousted from the green room. Shane mentioned the pendulum may have swung a little too far. Now some comedians feel like they can be a little too free with their speech, and how much of that is encouraged by the established comedians in Austin is hard to prove, but you just can't ignore the fact that the biggest gatekeepers there have both been
I don't know if it ever swings back again, to be honest.
as political as you could possibly be in the last year. If we look at Kill Tony, isn't it a weird coincidence that if one of the bucket pulls reveals which side they lean politically, it's always right-wing, despite Austin typically leaning more blue?
You're gay, you're bi, which means you're also a Democrat. It's all very exciting.
No, Trump 2024.
Oh, wow, very
Goddamn
good.
right.
I voted for Trump. Well, thank God you did. Here's a little joke book.
I voted for Trump. I have a reason.
You did vote for Trump?
Fuck yeah.
That is so interesting. I love it.
So Austin
That could just be a socially engineered marketing tactic to get in with the Kill Tony crowd. I mean, that's just...
is seen as right-wing rather than neutral. And even if that stereotype isn't true, it's still becoming a well-known stereotype. And what does that mean for comics thinking about moving there? Are you going to get left-leaning ones avoiding that city and just having mostly right-leaning ones? I think even Joe realizes the last thing you want is a comedy scene where everyone pretty much thinks the same, which is why he's likely now claiming he's not anti-woke.
We're not anti-woke. There's no anti-woke. There's like a shit ton of left-wing comics at the mothership.
I'm guessing when he says,
I gotta go to the mothership and bomb. I gotta bring woke back.
He can't be talking about himself. He must mean the mothership as a club. Guys, we at the mothership are not anti-woke. I'm anti-woke and I own the place and everyone who works there and performs there worships me, but they don't have to be anti-woke. The second biggest reasons for comics to shit on Austin is...
Yeah, bombing should be the new funny. Turns out, not being funny is actually funny now.
Is the fact that it received too much hype. In Joe's eyes, in order for Austin...
I need to go to the mothership and just start reading crime statistics, no punchlines.
and his new club to thrive, he had to convince as many comedians as possible to move there. And in order to do that, he had to constantly promote Austin. And in order to do that, he had to constantly shit on LA with the traffic, the excessive homeless population, the cost of living.
In Los Angeles, which is one of the most morally deprived, twisted, ideologically imprisoned places I've ever been to.
So this constant promotion of Austin while shitting on LA clearly convinced some but annoyed others. However, because back then Rogan was still more respected, everyone mostly kept quiet.
Dude, it all trickles down from Papa Rogan, dude. Everyone just wants to suckle on his rock hard ice bath udders, his nipples. Oh, Joe Rogan, please bless us with algorithmic success. Please.
Daddy Rogan says your city is shit, then you gotta eat that. But now the hype is dying down, and the image of the Austin comedy scene is slowly coming to fruition. People are calling it how they see it, which is that the whole exodus to Austin was, in hindsight, insane.
What's New York's take on Austin?
Oh, it's a punchline, for sure.
Really?
I like Austin. I like the mothership's great. And
you have to say that.
Yeah,
really.
I know. Shane's down there. It's I like Brian Simpson. I like I like all the guys. But
the extreme move out there was ridiculous.
I would never move there.
I think the move out there was ridiculous.
I think
it's 100 people moving there to try to get one of 8 spots available at Mothership.
And they keep saying, "Hey, it's a boom, a comedy."
Who is responsible for astroturfing these people into relevancy? Is it Joe Rogan? It has to be Joe Rogan, right?
Boom, but it's one club.
One club. And the Creek in the Cave.
There's
Creek in the Cave and Cap City. That's it.
Really?
Everything else is a bar.
They're all millionaires, by the way. Just keep that in mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recently, Andrew Santino had Joe DeRosa on his pod for him to promote his new special, and they almost immediately started talking about the current negative image of Austin. DeRosa moved out there during the lockdown.
Big J dresses like a douche edgelord goth from junior high school. Yeah, I don't even know who that is. But every time I see him, he's wearing like... It looks like he tripped and fell into a Hot Topic clothing rack and just walked out.
in New York and hasn't looked back. Rogan's been giving him a lot of stage time, so naturally he's still very loyal to Rogan and Austin.
All these comedians have no drip, dude. God.
There's something about the place that I'm just not.
The place you mean Austin?
Yeah, the mothership Austin. That's all one.
You just mean so you're talking about just this whole concept of Austin comedy?
Yeah, Austin comedy.
I don't think anything gets hit harder than the midwit curve than comedy. I would much rather see a homeless crackhead off fentanyl stroll into an open mic night and just rattle off absolute verbal diarrhea than listen to some college-educated millionaire podcaster struggle to get through 5 minutes of the most boring slop ever.
Let me just stamp this.
What's that?
There's a lot of people down there that I do love. I think my issue with it.
Wait,
the Austin thing.
Okay.
No, the issue that I was trying to articulate. I don't know how to say it because
I could tell you were a little nervous. It sounded like you were shitting on it, and you weren't shitting.
No,
on
I'm not.
anything.
I don't care.
You were, but
no, I am shitting on it partially. I mean, partially, I think it's fucking clown fart bullshit.
But what's clown fart bullshit?
There's some of the fuckhead dickheads down there.
Well, there's dickheads everywhere, though.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. So I don't need to leave dickheads to go see more dickheads.
But there's dickheads everywhere you go.
I know, dude. I hate it.
Yes. My point is like, this is my point.
They just need to call out Joe Rogan face to face. Stare the comedy con in his eyes. Tell him how they really feel. I don't like the dickheads at the comedy mothership. Texas is cringe. Let's bring real comedy back.
So if you're going to live somewhere to partake in a scene and being near it is helpful, then you obviously got to go that clicks with you. And I love Austin for that. It really works for me. Yeah. And New York worked for me for a long time too.
And L.A.
I didn't care for.
Did not work for you.
No, I didn't care for it. But my point is any criticism you could have of the Austin scene, you could easily have of the New York and L.A. scene.
Of course you can. Yeah, no, that's true.
So my thing is like this media tornado around all of it, where every article that gets written talks about like the male gaze of Austin comedy and the manosphere and all this stuff.
Living in the cathedral, mainstream media writing hit pieces about the incel manosphere red pill culture of Austin. Give me a break, BuzzFeed. Holy buckets. Grow up. Nobody wants to hear that anymore.
I'm just like, it's all bullshit. Like, none of that's real. And then it makes even somebody like you, who's not really worried about any of that, right?
No, it's more.
It puts this haze over it before you even get there.
No, it's only because.
Bro, my lunch table at 14 years old would melt faces with some of the jokes that were thrown around. I'm being so serious. Your average high school lunch period is way funnier and way edgier than any of these comedians ever wish they could be.
I think I can't find the right words. I'm not a smart enough person. But it's also because, like, Big Brother Joe is there.
The average racist uncle has more intellectual insights and comedic timing than any of these bozos.
When he left, Rogan was like trying to tell a lot of us to like be like, you got to get the fuck out of LA. And this became a narrative of like, fuck LA sucks, dude. Fuck LA. And all these people were like kind of ringing this thing. I mean, you may not have heard this, but that was like a constant.
No, I was one of the people saying it.
Yeah, it was annoying. It was annoying. It was annoying. It was just so many people being like, get out, get out, get out. But it's like, I'm not fucking getting out to stream down there. Just relax. Like, so I think that annoyed me. So then I was like, well, I'm not bringing my ball. I'm not going to come play with you guys because you fucking pissed me off. You got to go to this restaurant. This restaurant.
They sound like the kids who didn't get recruited to the private Catholic school basketball team. They sound like a bunch of babies.
You don't think I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not going to eat the fucking food. Just relax. That's what it is.
Well,
this annoying, like, you gotta get out of LA, dude. What are you even doing there?
And there you have it. Joe's promo of Austin, which basically consisted of bashing LA as much as possible, has now backfired.
You know why I like Joe? Because he creates the meta. He doesn't follow it. There's a lesson in there.
Obviously more to Austin comedy than Rogan and Kill Tony, but sadly that's what people think of when Austin comes to mind. Let me know what you guys think though. If you enjoyed this, hit the like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.
I think Joe Rogan's actually true and real. I think Joe Rogan's the man. I think Joe Rogan needs more money.